The public opinion polls conducted in Turkey suggest that 6 out of 10 people at least have an unfavorable opinion of China. This is very much unlike several other Middle Eastern countries where China is seen as a friendly country. And this, of course, positive public opinion makes things easier for investment projects, different kinds of cooperation schemes. But in Turkey, China lacks that. Another point of issue here is that China doesn't really have too many tools to improve that image because Turkey doesn't have an overseas Chinese community, and it doesn't have Chinese celebrities or role models. Chinese food is usually very expensive, and it's not very common for average people. So there are indeed very few soft power tools at China's disposal. Therefore, China tries to improve that, and in order to exert more influence in Turkey and in areas where Turkey may have an indirect influence, China needs to improve its Turkish language media channels, the content, to make it more attractive. And also, we have seen in recent years that it relies more and more on the Turkish actors, newspapers, local outlets, to help China to improve that image. The Chinese media, official media, especially Xinhua and China Radio International, they had very, very little impact in the Turkish context. They produce Turkish language content, but very few people actually follow them. Of course, radio also broadcasts a lot of Turkish music, and it's entertaining. But in terms of political and ideological content, you have really few very effective channels that can reach the average Turkish citizen. Therefore, I believe there is a new synergy developing here in between Turkish media outlets and the Chinese side. And we have seen several different schemes here. We have, first of all, seen Turkish journalists getting invited to visit China, especially the Xinjiang autonomous region, to basically provide a more pro-China view on things, especially the detention centers, the camps. And we have also seen Chinese diplomats appearing more on Turkish TV channels, writing more for Turkish newspapers. And we have also seen full-page editorials that are praising the Chinese Communist Party and Chinese Belt and Road Initiative. These things were pretty much, unprecedented in the Turkish context because, these are brand new things that you see in recent years. Of course, a part of it was related with the COVID, vaccination debate because Turkey bought a Chinese vaccine, and publicity became a must for the Turkish government. Turkey wants to rely more on China for financial investment and different types of cooperation schemes. Again, during the COVID pandemic, Chinese vaccine has become a very important new element in the Sino-Turkish cooperation. But it was soon understood that, China's bad publicity or negative image in Turkey would become a real matter to be dealt with, by the Turkish government, because a lot of domestic discontent was there, a lot of protests and a lot of questions about why the Turkish government is buying the Chinese vaccine but not the more like high quality, etc., Western vaccines. So since we expect these schemes to be more and more in the future, for instance, right now you have a nuclear plant investment. There's talk of it, and if it happens, the Chinese will be investing and building a major nuclear plant in Turkey. And these kinds of investment and bilateral cooperation schemes really need good publicity, because Turkish media is generally more connected with the Western, Western media outlets, and since you can really find very little pro-China content in Western media these days, Turkish government or Turkish media really needs to find their own story here, to find a relatively suitable narrative.